Hello everyone, and welcome to a new weekly writing vlog. If you are new here, my name is April and I write spicy romance. And currently I am working on a short werewolf romance. I intended on it to be 30,000 words max, and it actually got up to like 41,000. So my goal, what I've been working on these past couple of weeks, is I am rereading this draft. I'm on like the 4th or 5th draft at this point, and I am editing it and trying to condense it because I don't want this to be a full-length novel, and so I'm kind of learning on the fly what details are important in a short romance and what details aren't. And I am very, very close to the end of this draft. So this week, the final week of January, I would like to finish this round of revisions and see how many words I can cut from this story. I will not be able to get it to 30,000, I know that much, but I am under 40,000 at this point, so I feel pretty good. So yeah, it is Monday. It is January 27th. It is about 10:30 in the morning. I've been monitoring work, and I also read a chapter in Fourth Wing, and I did some journaling because I don't journal on the weekends, and so on Mondays it's like I have to catch up, kind of. But yeah, I also watched some YouTube videos while I did that. I'm still trying to catch up on AuthorTube, but now I am ready to actually do some writing related things. And real quick, I read chapter 10 in Fourth Wing, and is it just me, or does Xaden feel like he's supposed to be like a Kylo Ren ripoff? Like, it almost feels like Fourth Wing started as a really AU Star Wars fanfiction. It's freaking, what do they call it? What is their ship name? Kylo Ren and Rey. I can't remember. I was not really a fan of that ship. I just didn't think, I don't know, I didn't think they worked well together. But it's so funny how many published romance books started off as Kylo and Rey fanfiction, and it just kind of feels like Fourth Wing was supposed to be like that too. Like, he just really feels like a Kylo Ren ripoff so far. Like, the author is always mentioning the scar on his face, and I just watched a little bit of The Last Jedi on TV the other night, and I was like, But yeah, so we are on chapter 18 today. Chapter 18 is only 689 words because this is like a short build-up to a longer chapter. It is a short, tense scene that ends on kind of a cliffhanger. I remember being very happy with this chapter, and I don't see myself having to cut a lot, but hey, we'll see. I'm starting chapter 18, 689 words. Let's see. I actually ended up taking off like 57 words, which is pretty cool, and I do still really like this chapter. I just love the way I ended it, and I just hope when I share it that other people like it too, because that would suck. But yeah, so I am just going to jump right into chapter 19, which is only 986 words, so I should be good there. Okay, so I just finished chapter 19 and I took off one word exactly. It's now 985 words, but I think it's better. But it was good to begin with, surprisingly. We're at the tense point right before an action scene, and I know the action scene is not going to be good, but that is a perk of writing shorter stories, you know, and especially a short romance. It's like you're not reading a romance because you want a good action scene, so I'm trying to remember that, and I'm trying to be gentle with myself, because otherwise I'm having so much fun with this story and I love it so much. I love Garrett. I like the antagonist, and I do feel like Nell is a very naive and, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say a blank character, but she is naive and she is kind of there to be easily projected onto, I guess, by the reader. But it has been nice kind of having her, I don't want to say like find herself, but she kind of has, and she isn't like, she's let her time with Garrett kind of make her a tiny bit bolder. She's still a soft person because she's just a soft person. I think we should be able to write women who are soft. I don't want to, like, I know there is a difference between a passive female character and a soft female character, and hopefully I have, you know, bridged that gap, I guess, but yeah. I do like my characters and I like what I'm writing and I'm just feeling really good. Now I have 6 chapters left in this reread and the next chapter, chapter 20, is 1,040 words. I should definitely be able to get that done today. And then the next chapter is 1,200. And it's only 11 o'clock, so I think I can do 2 more chapters at least. So, I may have pushed on and finished both chapter 22 and chapter 23 as well, and I did not delete a lot. I did delete a little bit from each chapter, but it was all stuff that kind of needs to be said, I guess. And again, these chapters aren't my strongest, but they're also not as weak as I thought they were, and I think they actually work. Considering the genre and the length of this story, I think they work. I think they do a decent enough job. I think they do what they're supposed to. And I feel pretty good about that. So that means I just have chapter 24, which is the official end of this story, and then the epilogue, which is the hook for the next story, which I'm calling Tilda's Book because the main character is Tilda, who is a secondary character in this one. But I have to rewrite the epilogue because there's a lot I didn't like about it. So I have the rest of the week, 4 days, to redo chapter 24 and then rewrite the epilogue. And I think I can do it. I also want to go back to the first 10 chapters or so, because I wasn't being as stringent, stringent with my condensing. So I think I have time to do that, and I have filmed way too much, but this is going to be a weekly vlog, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so I forgot that I had training today. I was at my desk for like the first 2.5 hours of my day, and then I had to go to a different office building and sit in a cold room and listen to a presentation on things I already know for the rest of my day. And it was so frustrating because I don't even think it would have been helpful for newbies because my branch managers were having to correct the presenters on the information they were giving us. So that was fun. So I did get about halfway through chapter 24, but maybe this is why I was so productive yesterday, because subconsciously I knew I had today's training. So it's okay that I kind of missed a whole day where work was slow and I could have really finished probably this draft, but it is what it is. I just got home, so it's like 3:30. I'm going to take Barkley out and, spend some time with her. And depending on when my fiance gets home, because it's like different every day basically because he drives for a living. So I think after we get back inside, after I'm done playing with her and stuff, I think I'm going to try and at least finish chapter 24 after I get into some comfy clothes. And I'm hoping we can order dinner tonight because I'm just not feeling it. And also I'm craving a salad from this place we like to order from. So yeah, there's my update for Tuesday. What a freaking waste of a day it was. I can't even say I got anything of value from the stupid training. But yeah, just a little update. That I am not where I thought I would be, if only because external forces. So yeah, but that's okay. I still have the whole week to go. So I just finished chapter 24. I took off 161 words, which isn't great, but it isn't terrible. I'm just glad I wasn't adding, because I really do want to condense this. But yeah, so my total now for this draft is 38,644. And I'm feeling pretty good because obviously I only have one chapter left. That's the epilogue. And bad news is I am rewriting a lot of that chapter from scratch because the scene doesn't work the way that it is now. But the good news is it should just be an easy scene. I'm not looking for anything in depth. It's just a hook for the next book. And then I do still want to go through the first 10 chapters or so and take those a little more seriously than I did when I initially started this reread. So I'm feeling really good. And even though I couldn't get as much work done today as I wanted to, one chapter is better than no chapters. Okay, so while no one else is here, I didn't get to film a little update yesterday because I got home and my fiance was already home, which is rare these days. Yesterday, I rewrote the epilogue. I like it more. I think it could still use a little bit more work, so I'll probably give just the epilogue another pass. Not immediately, because right after I finished it, I went right back to chapter 1 because it's the first 9 chapters that I need to redo. And yesterday, I pushed it to the limit right up until the time I have to clock out, and I finished the first 4 chapters. So I have 5 remaining, and it's Thursday, and our system is down. It goes down every month for maintenance, so it should be a very slow day once I get the work done that doesn't require our system. And so I should be able to get all 5 of those chapters redone, and then I will officially be done this draft. Okay, so it's Friday, and I just wanted to film a quick update since I'm not going to be working on Claimed today. I have a lot of other stuff I need to do because tomorrow I am finally getting to do like the Christmas do-over with my family. My fiance and I have to drive to a city that's pretty far away to see them. They live, I think it's like 3 hours away, and I want to make deviled eggs and I want to clean up a little bit before, we leave. So I have some stuff I have to take care of today. The good news is that I have finished this draft of Claimed, and I'm very, very, very excited, especially because I went and redid the first 9 chapters because, like I said, I found my groove at chapter 10, and so I just wanted to double check the first 9 chapters, and I did end up taking more words off. I think it ended up probably being around 200 words in the first 9 chapters, but I was actually really surprised by how locked in I had been to begin with. It felt like I was reading it and I was like, oh, this isn't nearly as bad as I remembered it being, so I'm excited about that. I also went through the epilogue again because I wasn't feeling very sure about it, and going through it a second time because I had rewritten it. I'm sure I mentioned that, but I always forget what I said in previous clips. But I went through it a second time to tighten it up since it had to be rewritten like fresh, and I fixed it up and I was much happier with it this time around. So my next plan for this story is I am going to use something like Grammarly to just kind of catch the spelling and grammar issues that I might miss on the surface. And because I'm a really fast typer, so sometimes autocorrect will change something and I don't notice it. But I'm doing a little research on Grammarly and all the other kind of apps and sites that do similar things. And so I'm going to run it through that chapter by chapter to fix that up. And then it's basically ready to go, and I've already changed my cover art to reflect my spicy pen name, which I will be sharing with you guys. I have also already commissioned like a profile picture that's different from the one I use on YouTube, because I want to, I want to keep this pen name separate, even though it's, I don't know, I'm really struggling with the whole sharing my separate pen name with you guys, but also remaining April K. It's weird. I've obviously never had to do it before, but I got some artwork to use on Substack and to use on my author page on Kindle, KDP, and it looks really cute. I really like it. And as of right now, I'm still good to start publishing Claimed on February 17th like I intended. I mean, I initially intended January 3rd, but then everything happened. But yeah, I'm feeling really good. And I think my next video after this will likely be the explanation of how I'm going to be publishing Claimed, the link to my Substack, and essentially my pen name reveal, with also a link to my author page where you can find my romantic erotica that I'm not freaking out about, but maybe I am freaking out just a little bit because I want to share this with you, but I'm embarrassed for you guys to read it, because I feel like writing is one of those things where you are always going to be better than you were before. And so these stories that I wrote in 2023, it may not seem like that long ago, it's only 2 years, but I feel like I have really improved over these past 2 years. So it's weird. Like I said, it's one of those things, I feel like as a writer, you are always improving. Like, you will always, like, what you write today will always be better than what you wrote yesterday, if that makes sense. Maybe not in such a short time frame. What you write today will always be better than what you wrote last year, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if the same goes for like visual art. I'm not sure if artists would agree with me, but I do think as a writer that that's just how it works. You're always improving. So I'm embarrassed by these erotica stories I wrote 2 years ago, but I am going to share them with you, and I think that will be my next video, along with my publishing goals and schedule for Claimed. So I'm feeling really good, and like I said, I have so much I have to do today, plus I want to edit this video and get it posted, because I do edit day by day, but it's always just kind of raw footage. I don't add music or captions or anything, so I also want to edit that footage and get this video posted as soon as possible. But yeah, so I'm going to get off of here, and I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling productive. I'm excited that I get to do Christmas tomorrow, because my mom is going to be making, like, she does a lot of dips, like crab dip and buffalo chicken dip, and I love them, and obviously I don't get to eat them much because she lives in California and I'm a lazy piece of shit, so I don't make them myself. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to open presents because I am a child, and yeah, I'm just feeling really good. Oh, except real quick, my company that I work for is a contracting company that is currently contracted by a federal company. So yesterday I had a mini heart attack because I had an email that I was going to have to return to office full-time starting February 12th. But as of right now, I'm stuck in limbo because that order was for federal employees, and I'm not technically a federal employee. I'm contracted by federal employees. So I will likely have to return to full-time in office days, which really sucks, because the only reason I could afford this house was because of this new position, but the only way this house was like worth it is because I had Monday and Friday teleworking. So I'm not 100% sure when it will end for me, but I'm hoping I have more time to prepare, because that's gonna suck. That's gonna suck. That's the one downer on what was otherwise a pretty good week for me, apart from the stupid training I had to attend. So yeah, I'm still feeling pretty good. I think it's because mentally I've already pushed it aside. I'm like, all right, cool, I still have some time. Even though in the back of my mind, I know, like I said, I'm stuck in limbo at the moment. So I'm not looking forward to the announcement of returning to office full time. But teleworking was always a privilege. I knew all along that anything could happen. So it is what it is. If they order me to return Monday through Friday, even if I have to get gas twice a week again, I have to do it. It's my job. So yeah, the one downer on top of all this other good stuff. So I'm going to focus on all the good stuff. And I keep looking at my shirt because I can't help it. I've worn this before, but I don't get to wear it a lot because I feel awkward wearing it to my office job because I feel like not suggestive. It's just not good, appropriate office attire. So whenever I wear it, I just love it. I love looking at it. But yeah, I'm gonna get this footage, upload it. I'm gonna get it edited as soon as I can, while also taking care of everything else that needs to be taken care of. I feel like I'm feeling a little manic right now, and I think it's just the excitement. I feel really, really good having Substack kind of on the horizon. I can see this finish line of starting to publish it and sharing my writing with you guys, and I feel really excited about it because it's kind of the first real story I'm getting to share since starting my channel. I shared the first Pine Hollow book with a few people from here. You guys were my like beta readers until I realized that my story was not at the point for beta readers. It sucked. It needed much more work, and so I don't count that because I just don't count that. But I am always constantly working on things and then constantly saying this didn't work out, I'm moving on, I'm shelving this project, and so I just feel really good about having something that I can actually share with you guys. And like I said, I'm looking at Substack on the horizon and I'm just feeling very excited to be able to do it. And I have all my ducks in a row. Like I said, my profile art, my cover art, I just need to do spelling and grammar checks, and I'm feeling really good. So I rambled for 10 friggin' minutes at this point, so I'm going to get off of here. I'm sorry if this vlog felt kind of low-key, you know, not really a writing vlog, but an editing vlog, and I feel like those are a little more, not boring, but low-key. So I will see you guys in my next video, hopefully to share the big news, and thank you for watching.